Yo,
We are Brooke and Sid.
and we're talking BS.
Belief systems, of course. Thoughts create our realities, and we are passionate about creating better thoughts.
Join us as we figure out life from the inside out. Figure out what's holding you back and how to get out of your own way. Come join us as we talk BS.
Hello, legends!
Yo! Welcome back to another episode of Talking BS
With Brooke and Sid.
We're getting really good at that.
We
That's
are.
really good.
We
That's
are
really
getting
great.
better.
I'm very grateful for how good we're getting at that.
Me too. Very appreciative.
Very appreciative. And that's what we're talking about on this episode.
The attitude of gratitude. Oh,
Yes.
did we just harmonise?
Yeah, I think we did.
I love that.
Yeah, it's
I'm
beautiful.
grateful for that.
I'm so grateful for that. This is such a big one, and this is something I've been aching to talk about for so long.
Yeah.
Because this tool,
Yes.
the tool of gratitude, is literally the one thing that solves everything, every negative emotion I've ever had, and every negative emotion that exists out there, whether it's fear, sadness, anger, frustration, all of that. The antidote to all of that poison is gratitude. Yep.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you. We out and see.
Yeah, super important.
Yep.
Gratitude.
What I wanted to dive into today is kind of because everyone knows it. I feel like you've heard it before. You'd be silly. You're probably living under a rock if you haven't heard that, the importance of gratitude. So what I wanted to spend time with you guys today was kind of sharing how gratitude features in our lives. Drop you with some tips, tricks, tools, and
We love a tool
tantalizing
around here.
things to how you can apply gratitude in your own life.
Yeah.
So this kicks in, and the thing with practicing gratitude is making it a consistent, regular practice.
Yes.
People try to find gratitude or turn to gratitude when they are at their lowest.
Yeah.
And which you can and which you should.
Yes.
But that's not the only time you should. Like everything else, prevention is the best cure. If you can make gratitude your home base, like your actual level that you're on all the time, then when those negative things happen, they don't affect you.
What do you say? Persistence.
Persistence can let you achieve anything. Being consistent lets you keep it.
And that goes for gratitude.
Absolutely.
And what did you tell everyone what you said about the cerebellum before?
Oh yeah,
in the
so
brain.
like your brain, we're wired as human beings. We're wired to react.
Yeah.
So fight or flight. We talk about trying to get out of fight or flight, but I think naturally that's what kicks in first.
Yeah.
Because we're wired evolutionarily to, if danger steps into our space, to react to get us out there and keep us safe.
Yeah.
So all of these other logical or controlling your emotional tools and tips are very frontal lobe.
Yes.
So you want to keep exercising that frontal lobe, make it as strong as possible, so that when you're in a fight or flight situation, you're strong enough in your frontal lobe and all of those processes to actually pause,
Yeah.
bring yourself out of it,
Yep.
become aware,
Yep.
and then put it into practice.
Yeah. It's something that you need to train, like any muscle in
Yeah.
any part of your body.
And the more you train it, the stronger it gets. The easier it becomes to lift those heavy weights of mental fatigue or mental emotional heaviness, sadness,
Barriers, boundaries.
all of that,
Yeah.
self-limiting
Any
BS.
limitations, yeah.
All that BS starts and stops with gratitude. In your brain.
Yes.
So let's go with what are you grateful for right now?
It's hard to not list every single thing. I can talk, Sid.
You can.
I have a voice.
Right now.
I'm not the Little Mermaid with no voice.
No. Look at you go.
I'm verbal.
Yes.
And you can understand me.
I'm so grateful to be able to.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
It's wild.
We have microphones and a podcast.
Yes.
That's so cool.
I am grateful we're sitting here watching a blue skies, sunny day.
Stunning.
Yep.
We're on the Gold Coast.
Grateful to be alive.
It's a Friday.
It's a Friday. Yep.
We've got a camera.
There is
We've got this whole setup going.
It's sick.
So cool.
It's so cool. It is so cool. And what you just did there, I want to draw you out of it, because you just listed, you didn't even go in deep about your life or other things you were grateful for. You literally just looked around and you just looked at what you were being and experiencing in this moment.
Yeah.
And you found gratitude in that.
Yeah, so much.
And that's all you need.
Yeah.
This moment.
Yeah.
And if you can pull yourself into a space of gratitude, instantly,
Yeah.
that gets rid of everything else.
Yeah. And it strengthens your frontal lobe.
Yeah.
It's only good things, everyone.
Yeah.
You can
Keep
only do good things.
lifting those gratitude weights.
Yeah.
Yeah. So talking about those negative emotions and this being the antidote, the point I want to make is this. Gratitude and those negative emotions cannot exist at the same place at the same time.
I love that.
It's impossible. So when you're feeling any of those heavy negative emotions, by doing exactly what you did and bringing yourself into a space of gratitude, instantly,
Yeah.
you get rid of that, even if it's for a second,
Yeah.
you get rid of that negative emotion because you cannot physically hold those two emotions at the same place at the same
Yeah.
time.
And this is what is so interesting as well is, we forget how powerful gratitude is.
Yep.
And even if it is for a second,
Yep.
that's strengthening that part of your mind. Like it might be a second and then you might go back to remembering your problems. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Yep.
That's okay. Be grateful again.
Yeah, and you've held it for a second. Be grateful that you were able to hold it for a second.
Yeah.
Something that we were just watching this cool little to get into this episode, which we'll share on our Instagram as well. It'd be
Yeah.
cool to share that link.
Yes.
This little 4-minute clip.
Oh, it's the best.
It's so good of just saying thank you.
Yeah.
And just saying thank you, the power that does to drop you straight into that grateful space. Even if you think you've got nothing to finish that with, just say the words thank you and the answers will kind of come. Like they were talking about saying thank you for the pain and the suffering and the hard times to be able to build resilience or to see the light or to find the joy.
Yeah.
And so suddenly, even when you're in a really, heavy, crappy situation, sitting in that and being like, oh, thank you, can completely change your perception of that situation.
Now, if you listen to our episode about my breakthrough the other day, you would know that I've got a lot of heavy emotions floating around in my body that surface every now and again that I'm now aware of that don't manifest as stomach pain. Now, the thing that I heard about this morning when I was watching one of Joe Dispenza's videos is that those feelings are comfortable.
Right.
Gratitude will feel great, but also uncomfortable because your body's not used to it and it doesn't want to experience it because it knows the familiar. It's safe with the scary feelings, with the heavy
pain.
feelings. That's safety for that program.
Yep.
So when you break that program, you're going to have feelings of like, ooh, yeah, but like this still happens.
Yeah.
That's not doing any good for you.
No.
It might feel like escapism too, the gratitude for a little bit because you are escaping a program essentially. You are leaving that heavy feeling behind, but for a good reason.
Yeah, because you want to reframe that program.
Yeah, and when you feel gratitude, you feel amazing. Like when you truly feel it.
Yes.
It's an unreal feeling.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you rather feel like that?
Yeah. Really? Like, wouldn't you? Like, why would you want to feel any other way?
Like literally.
Yeah.
But because it's comfortable and it's familiar. You might be grateful for the littlest things and that might take away from the stress of the big things.
Yep.
But when you feel grateful, that puts you into a higher vibration, which in turn brings higher vibrational external factors to you, like a new job or more money or a bigger car or, it works that way. It's not matter creating matter. It's your mind.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
And so it's about doing the things you need to do or thinking the thoughts you need to think to raise that vibration.
Yeah. And then the rest will happen for you.
Correct.
Yeah.
And it's so, because I know as we're saying this, there are people out there listening to this who are obviously, they haven't separated themselves from their experience. They are the thing.
Yeah.
And so first and foremost, separate yourself from your experience.
You're experiencing.
You're experiencing the thing. That isn't your life. Your life is
you are not.
Just pure energy.
Yeah.
And you are just going through whatever you're going through.
Yeah.
So in that
and
moment,
that's okay.
That's fine.
That's okay.
A part of it. That's the human existence. Yeah. Don't deny that experience.
No. Everyone has bad days.
Yep.
Everyone feels down sometimes and that's okay.
Yeah. And sometimes when I approach life or I approach conversations with this energy, people are like, Sid, you can't be like this all the time.
Think again.
Yeah. Watch me.
Why not?
Watch this.
Because it's not normal for a lot of people.
Yep. And that's, so the thing that I come out vulnerably and honestly with is that I'm not like this all the time.
Yeah.
I do have crappy days.
Yeah.
I do have crappy moments.
Yeah.
But I'm so mentally like stronger than I was before because
Yeah.
I've continually practiced gratitude. That
Yeah.
my gratitude muscle is so strong
Yeah.
that it catches me. It gives me the coping mechanisms when the fight or flight kicks in.
Yeah.
When my little animal brain goes, oh, anxiety, stress,
Yeah.
overwhelm.
Yeah.
I have the coping mechanisms to see that, recognize what they are for what they are, and go,
Yeah.
pause,
Yeah.
breathe,
Yeah.
be grateful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a good trait to have.
And it's a game changer.
Yeah.
It's an absolute game changer when that becomes your natural state.
Yeah. And it's a practice. Like so
Yeah.
many people are going to be like, yeah, but I can't feel grateful. Like this is happening.
Yeah.
Try harder.
Yeah. Or and take the time.
Yeah, that
make
too.
the time
Yeah.
to feel grateful.
Yeah.
It's like going to the gym.
Yep.
You got to make the time. If you want improvement, you need to make the time to improve.
And you are deflating that beast.
Yep.
Like it's a challenge almost,
Yep.
really, to beat
Yep.
negative low vibrational frequencies because they're
Yeah.
addicting to your body.
You just live in it. Yep.
Okay, so gratitude is what breaks you free from living in the past.
One more time for the people in the back.
Gratitude is what breaks you free from living in the past.
Yeah.
So any memory you think of, because you've experienced it, there's an emotion attached to that memory.
Yeah. Right.
So if you're thinking anything in the past, your body is programming itself to live in the past. If you're thinking about, like if you wake up and you have low funds, and if you think about your low funds, you're immediately back in the past.
Yep. You're not putting yourself in the desired future that you want to be in.
Yes, and that's what creates
Yeah.
opportunity.
Yep. And gratitude.
It's literally measured. It's science.
It's science.
It's science. It's measured. Like it's
Yeah.
literally a thing. I'm not making it up.
No. And gratitude puts you in that positive mindset.
Correct.
To stop reframing or reliving
Yeah.
your old trauma or your old
Your
whatever.
unconscious habits
Yeah.
even.
Yep.
Like so many people, I didn't even know
Yep.
that I was living in the past.
Yeah.
You don't. People don't tell you this. They don't
Yeah.
teach you this at school.
Can you share with us?
Yes.
So this, because I'll get the numbers wrong again.
Okay, great.
But
Yeah.
So Brooke just underwent some hypnotherapy.
I did.
And you learned something super fascinating about
I did.
how we process information.
Yes.
Go.
So you obviously have two parts of your brain, the conscious mind and the unconscious mind. Every second, your conscious mind is taking in 1,800 bits of information per second.
That's a lot of information.
1,800
Yep.
every second. Your subconscious mind or unconscious mind is taking in 2.3 billion per second.
Billion with a B.
Billion with a B.
Billion.
Per second. Now, another really interesting thing that I
Yep.
learned as well is that people take in information through a primary source of one of their five senses. So I'm olfactory, which means I take in a lot of information through my nose.
Yep.
So a lot of bad memories for me stem from being trapped somewhere with a bad smell, like a vomit smell or like a yucky smell, because I
Wow.
take in unconsciously
Yeah.
information through my nose, whereas some people take it in visually, some
Yep.
people take it in auditory, kinesthetic
Kinesthetically.
taste. Yep.
Great.
Yep.
So if your mental state is primed with a certain filter, then that information is entering yourself with this filter, right? So if you've got a filter of anxiety or a filter of fear, then you're taking in this information and your subconscious is acting to protect you out of fear, out of
Yeah.
anxiety and stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas if you are priming yourself with an attitude of gratitude,
Yeah.
then this information that's coming in
Yeah,
is
it's
being
good.
filtered
Yeah.
through gratitude.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
2.3 billion bits of information that we're not even aware of.
Yeah.
That we are processing, turning into programming.
Yeah. And if you're not aware of your current state,
Hmm.
you won't know how that 2.3 billion bits of information per second are being filtered through your body.
Yep.
And then being memorized through your body. So if you wake up and you feel like trash, it's because your body is trapped in the past.
Yeah.
Your body is a record of the past.
Yep.
All those emotions, it stays in your body.
And you can flip that
Yeah.
just by being
Have we said the word gratitude yet?
grateful. Gratitude. Gratitude. So some of the practices that I wanted to talk about,
Yeah.
tools, tips, tricks, we're all about here on Talking BS.
We are.
Putting it into practice. It's not just knowing, it's the doing.
Yes.
One of the biggest ones that I have put into practice myself is the gratitude journal. This was a game changer for me. So this was a time in my life, I would think it was probably post a breakup or something that I discovered this. And the way I put into practice is what was a game changer. So what I did was every day I would write 5 things at the end of the day, 5 things I was grateful for during that day. And in the course of a month, I wasn't allowed to repeat any of the things. So it meant that, for one, when I got past, week 2, and you're done with saying like, I'm grateful for my family, I'm grateful for, I'm grateful for my body, I'm grateful for that. You had to really dig deep.
Yeah.
And so suddenly I was grateful for the fact that I had cutlery to have my lunch with that day.
Yeah.
And it gets you to think about things that you actually have.
Yeah.
By week 4, you're looking like
You are
in. You're like, grateful for my fingernails. But you suddenly, at the end of that month, you have 150 things that you're grateful for, 150 different things that you're grateful for, so that moving forward, anytime you're feeling low, feeling like your vibes aren't high, you open that book to any page and it gives you a list of stuff in your life that you either have or have been or have experienced that you can have gratitude for.
So cool.
Game changing.
Just a little journal moment.
Little journal.
I did one the other day too, where I just wrote down like 10 things that I was grateful for that day. And it wasn't a very great day for me because I was all in my head and all that, whatever. And I looked back on the paper and I was like, actually, I had a really good day. When you look at it, when you can visually see all the good things that happened through the day, you're like, oh, when I look at that page, it makes me feel happy.
Yeah. That's such a beautiful way to reflect on, because sometimes, you have an amazing day, or you have like a good day, but the smallest thing can happen that's like negative. And then depending on your emotional connection to that thing, that forms a core memory and you go, oh man, that's been a really crappy day. Or, that can throw you off. Can send you into a downward spiral. Whereas if you can objectively take a step back and look at all of the amazing things in your life you can be grateful for.
And there's so many.
Flip it, so many. I want you all to start that. If you're feeling, and this is where the regular, consistent practice comes in. Don't just journal when you're feeling crap.
No, you got to do it all the time.
All the time. Like you've got to make that a regular thing.
Yeah, even when you're feeling happy. Be grateful.
Be grateful. Put it down.
Yeah.
And then if you and so this is almost like twofold. Like journaling is one thing, but if you keep like a gratitude journal, which a friend of mine does this as well, they journal and then at the end of their journaling for the day, they write down the 3 or 5 things that they're grateful for that day.
Yeah.
And so it's both the journal, which is the expression of emotion and feeling and all of that record, and then it drops and ends in gratitude.
Yeah. Love that.
So if you can make that your daily practice, I promise you, you will see within a month.
Yeah.
Give it a month and you will have a different outlook on life.
Yeah.
Another gratitude practice that I've adopted recently, which I was doing unconsciously, but now I've brought my awareness to it.
Great.
So I start every morning with a cold shower after the gym.
Yeah.
And I love it. I've done it for 2 years now, and we'll talk more about like morning routine stuff some other time. But what I realize I do is I sing in the shower just because it's a nice liberating way to, check in with myself. And it also is a good de-stressing way. So have a look if you're looking for methods to de-stress, singing or like, just yelling, talking, all of that stuff is connected to your vagus nerve. So, it connects to your tummy, connects to your second brain, helps you de-stress. I freestyle a gratitude song every morning.
What up?
So I'm in. That's exactly. Are you listening to my morning shows?
Really well.
That's literally. I am just in there singing at the top of my lungs about all the things I'm grateful for.
Yeah.
Even how painful that cold shower is.
Yeah.
And just the ability to feel. What I'm feeling in that shower.
Yeah.
At what I'm grateful for over that day, what I'm grateful coming up. Like it just puts me straight, and I start my day with this thing and it just sets the vibe right.
Yeah. Another good gratitude tool that one of our friends, Jen, sent us last night, she often reviews our podcast,
Love.
Is if you're feeling bad, like if you're anxious or depressed or sad or angry or, if you think about you're feeling this way due to a higher connection with yourself. Like the reason you're feeling like this is because you're driven to connect with yourself. Hell yeah. That makes you go, I'm so grateful I'm feeling like that. So I can connect with myself.
It just reframes the thing you're feeling.
Yeah.
And if you can, in that moment, connect that thing to gratitude.
Yeah.
Then it's that whole thing of flipping everything happening for you.
Yeah.
You're not the victim of your circumstance.
No.
That gratitude drops you into you really being, on the right path, in the right place, regardless of what the environment around you is doing.
And remember, those bad feelings, they're familiar.
Yeah.
You might feel that way because of an upcoming event, but you haven't experienced that upcoming event yet. You're living in the past.
Yeah.
From past memories. From experiencing that event. Get out of the past.
Be present.
Be grateful.
And that's what gratitude does. It makes you mindful and present, right? Because in this moment, when you feel gratitude and really, when you start listing this stuff, you really start feeling it.
Yeah.
Sit with that feeling.
Yeah.
And in that present moment, that pulls you away from anything in the future and anything in the past. You're right there. Anxiety doesn't exist with gratitude.
Yeah.
Stress doesn't exist with gratitude.
Yeah.
Overwhelm doesn't exist with gratitude.
Yeah. They can't connect at the same time.
Nope.
In your mind.
No. What I would love you guys to do is, because this is just a couple of our gratitude practices. There are so many.
So many.
I would love for you guys to share. Jump on Instagram. Just talk to us. Slide into our DMs. Comment.
You know where we are.
Tell us what you do. What is it? Or share with us what makes you grateful.
Yeah.
And then what you do to practice gratitude.
Because someone else I'll probably use all your tools.
Yeah, love it.
The more tools, the better for me.
Absolutely.
Who doesn't want to feel grateful?
Yeah.
And you can. That's the thing, you can.
Right now.
Because the thing that you might be thinking materialistically or externally that's going to bring you joy, you can feel right now if you're grateful. The reason why you want it is because you want to feel happiness and contentment. You can feel it right now.
Yep. That's what we're all chasing, happiness and contentment in everything, in all the goals you've ever set in your life.
Yeah.
Whether they're material, health, relationship, anything, the underlying goal that you have, that we all have, is to feel happiness and contentment.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, you can feel it right now. Yeah. You can feel it right now.
Right now.
It doesn't have to be I will feel this when. And we've done this in the Choosing Happiness episode.
Yeah.
And that gratitude puts you into that place. Gratitude puts you into the place of feeling the happiness and feeling the contentment right now, which creates the vibration of you attracting the thing that you want anyway.
Well, I've said it before, is that you can't change a bad feeling with a happy thought.
Yep.
You need to raise your elevated emotional state. To do that, you use gratitude.
Yep.
So don't just think I'm happy for this, or like I want to be rich, or I want to be healthy. Like, you need to feel healthy and you need to feel rich.
Yep.
That's how you get the things.
Bam.
Because thoughts send signals out and emotions bring them back, I believe, into the field. That's how it works.
Cool.
Yeah, so you can think happy thoughts, but if you're not feeling happy, nothing's coming to you externally that's going to make you feel happy. So you need to feel happy, and then things will come to you.
The brain-heart coherence.
Yep.
So both being on the same page.
Yeah.
So we could harp on about gratitude for
so long.
That we talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
Literally, it's at the core of everything.
Yeah.
So we invite you out there in the world of YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you're listening to this thing, start practicing gratitude. Whatever you're going through, good, bad, or ugly, put gratitude in your daily practice and watch your life change.
And as uncomfortable as it's going to be to break the familiar cycle of a negative feeling, do it. Do it anyway.
Yep.
Because if you're already feeling bad, what's feeling happy going to, what's a second of feeling happy going to do?
Yeah.
It's scary and it's unfamiliar, but do it. It's for the greatest good.
It's the best. It's
the
best.
Really fun.
And it's super fun.
Yeah.
And do it for a second. It's super addictive as well.
Yeah. We're not saying be grateful for every single thing in your life all the time, ever, because even we can't do that yet.
Yet.
But do what you can when you can.
And you'll become better at it.
Yeah. Stop living in the past.
Yep. The thing I find as well is the more things you, in your life in that moment, you can be grateful for, the more you have in the long run to be grateful for.
Yeah.
I mean, the more things you can see in your immediate vicinity, the universe just works. It rewards your gratitude.
Yeah.
You'll keep having more and more things to be grateful for just by practicing gratitude.
Yeah. Well, if your personal reality creates your personal reality. No, if your personal reality creates your personality,
Yep.
you're in a state of survival.
Yes.
But if your personality creates your personal reality,
Yep.
you're in a state of creation.
That's it. And that's
So
the state
you
wanna
need
be.
to start with yourself.
Yep.
And feeling gratitude
Yeah.
is the key.
Yep. Feeling it. I don't know how many more times we can say it.
Yeah, I know.
We've said it.
We've said it so many
We're
times,
going to keep saying
guys.
it. We're going to keep reminding you, but we want you to remind you as well. So, like I said, share your stories, how gratitude has changed your life, because I know gratitude can be pivotal.
Yeah.
If you have any stories where gratitude has changed your life, or again, if you have any practices of gratitude that you think that someone else could benefit from, let us know.
Yeah.
Slide into our DMs.
Please.
Comment. Share this episode if you know anyone is in a space where they need some gratitude as well. So
And this, like life, you can get so caught up in life.
totally.
Life is crazy.
It'll do that.
It's a ride.
Woo! Whee!
But this is your reminder today.
Yeah.
And remember, you've never lived this day.
Nope. I'm so grateful for that. This is the first time.
Yeah.
And the last time.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a moment.
It is. And one you can be grateful for.
Yep. 100%. Thank you for joining us on this gratitude journey. We hope you've got so much to be grateful for. Please let us know what it is. We love you.
We love you.
Thank you. We love you. Bye.
Bye.